everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I make some beef tips with potatoes for our dinner tonight. This is a really good recipe for people who have diabetes. The only thing that I would do different that I'm not doing right now because they didn't have it at the grocery store was I would use wheat flour, but instead have to use regular flour because, like I said, they didn't have it. In a fry pan, you will put a couple of tablespoons of canola oil or extra virgin olive oil. I chose to use the canola oil. Here we have some beef tips that are very well cut. There's hardly any fat on them. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these beef tips and you're going to put them in the flour and then into the skillet. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this while I do that part because it's pretty boring to sit here and watch me do all that. So I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. As you can see in the pan, all the floured beef tips. Then I'm going to use some Lowry's seasoned salt and I sprinkle it just this much over top of it. Then some meat tenderizer. Then some onion powder, and I choose to use powder because I try to stay away from the salts, and garlic powder. And then I like to mix in parsley flakes. So, put some of those in there. Now at this point, some of you might like to put in some onion, green pepper, mushrooms, whatever. As you all know, my husband doesn't eat any of that stuff. So if I make it, I cook it separate in a fry pan. Then you're going to take this and you're going to put it over pretty medium-high heat. On my electric range, I'm going to put it on 7.5. Because you don't really want to cook this, you just want to flash brown it. Brown both sides of it. Put the lid on it, and we'll do that, and then I'll be back to show you what that's like. Okay, we're back, and while I was cooking the meat, what you can see is now my little dish. It's not completely cooked, just browned. I cut up some Yukon potatoes and sprayed them with, I can't believe it's not butter spray, which does not have any sugar, no calories, no 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, everything. And then I just peppered these a little bit. I don't salt them. I let everyone put salt on them themselves because I'm not supposed to use a lot of salt. Then these I'm going to cover with foil and just bake them in the oven. So they'll kind of be like baked potatoes. Then, to the meat, I'm using fat-free sour cream, our Spartan brand, which is the store brand. And it is... the worst thing about this is sodium. There's only 2 grams of sugar that we're going to be using because I don't use a lot of it. And I just take this and dollop some of it around on the top. I don't really want to try to get too much anywhere at one point because you don't want to stir this up. And you can put some on the counter too if you want to. It might, make it taste better or something. So, it depends on taste. This is more just to bring out the flavorings, and you don't really even have to use the sour cream. It's up to you, but this is how my grandma makes it, so this is how I make it. So, that's that. And then you want to take 1 can of reduced sodium beef broth And then you just want to pour it over the top. Make sure you, like, it kind of sort of mixes the sour cream in by itself. Just like that. That's also Spartan brand that I used. There's my finger out. And I didn't add any pepper to this prior to, so I'm going to put some on top now. Then what you want to do is cover it in foil, which we're going to have to be very careful about because this one's really full. And then you're going to bake it in a 450 degree oven to your liking. I cook it for a couple hours just to make it very tender. And then I'll be serving a vegetable with it, and you'll be seeing that whenever I do the plating and show you everything that we're having for dinner tonight. So, beef tips, Yukon yellow potatoes, and a vegetable. That's it. See you, bye. Hi everyone, we're back. It's time for dinner, and everything is prepared. And I'll show you a shot of my plate. Here we go. Beef tips, Yukon potatoes, and snow peas. I'll get you a little closer so you can take a look. There's the snow peas with the, of course, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Potatoes. And there's what the beef tips turn out like. Here they are in the big container. So, I'll post the recipe down there in my socks so y'all can read it. And we're going to eat now. Okay, see you, bye.